that have a lot of history in the NCAA tournament.
Absolutely. Iowa State's 16th appearance under Coach Christy Johnson Lynch, and Hawaii has 30 straight appearances in the NCAA tournament. What a successful program that Hawaii's put together over the past couple of decades.
As we look at some of the key players for today, Nayeli Gonzalez, Big 12 All-Rookie of the Year. She's been phenomenal.
I mean, absolutely. She has 17 matches with 10-plus kills this season, and she's Iowa State's first freshman to make the All-Big 12 first team. Just what an outstanding first season for Gonzalez.
She's been great for the Cyclones. On the other side for Hawaii, Amber Aijidi back with the Rainbow Wahine. How about her, the 2022 Big West Player of the Year?
Aijidi's just been absolutely dominant. She's made the All-Big West first team all 4 years of her collegiate career. She's averaging 3.79 kills per set, hitting .401. Just absolutely ridiculous numbers for Aijidi. I'm looking to see a lot from her in tonight's matchup.
She is arguably the best player on the floor, not only today, but in this entire regional. She's been phenomenal for Hawaii, and she's looking to have a big impact today. We got the starters. Riley Wagner, the outside hitter for Hawaii. Kaylin Alexander, the other option for the Rainbow Wahine. Kendra Ham, another outside hitter. Amber Aijidi, who we just mentioned, middle blocker with Kennedy Evans, the Utah transfer. Kate Lang going to be the setter. And Talia Ikanaga, the libero for the Rainbow Wahine. Robin Amo is going to be the head coach for Hawaii. And Hawaii 23-8 this season, 14-4 in Big West play. Came in the last of the season, tied in first place in the Big West, left the Big West tournament as the champion, and punched their ticket to the NCAA championship. For Iowa State, Maya Duckworth, the outside hitter with Annie Hatch, Nayeli Gonzalez, the other outside hitter, Jordan Hop, and Alexis Engelbrecht, who's going to be the middle blocker, Morgan Brent, the setter, and Paula Kaishlek, going to be the libero. Serve is across, and we're underway. Lang sets in the middle, slamming it down and getting the kill is Kennedy Evans, a middle blocker from Twin Falls, Idaho, the transfer from Utah.
And Evans just pounds that ball down to the hardwood. What a way to start off this match.
Daly Ikanaga serving it for Hawaii. The libero lofts it across, received by Gonzalez. Grant sets in the middle, punched across by Engelbrecht. And she gets the kill.
And we're tied back up. The score's 1-1 at the start of this first set.
Gonzalez next to serve.
And here is Nayeli Gonzalez, the freshman from San Antonio, Texas. Big 12 Rookie of the Year. Bombs it over. Ikanaga receives it. Lang sets left side. And across hard, and getting the kill is Kaylin Alexander.
Alexander just buries that ball down into the hardwood. Another point for Hawaii.
Ham to serve.
2-1 Hawaii. And here's Kendra Ham, the transfer from Cal Poly. Ham soars it over. Received by Gonzalez. Grant sets left side. Duckworth rips it down the far side and gets the kill.
And Duckworth just scorches that ball down the left sideline, keeps it in bounds, and picks up the point for the Cyclones.
Jordan Hop enters the game for the Cyclones.
2-2, back and forth we go.
Engelbrecht to serve.
Engelbrecht to serve. Career high 14 kills twice this season, had a career high 28 swings in the last match of the season. Lang sets left side. Alexander goes off the block and gets the kill.
And it's Alexander once again picking up another kill for Hawaii. That ball goes off the block and out of bounds, and Hawaii takes the point.
Alexander, a sophomore from Alpharetta, Georgia, gets the kill and now heads to the service line. Propels it across. Gonzalez receives it. Brandt back set right side. Roll shot. Hatch couldn't get it to go. Lang in the middle. Tapped over by Aijidi. Paddled it around, and what a play off the scoreboard. And they're going to count that to Hawaii.
And what an effort there from Iowa State, trying to keep that ball alive, keep the rally going. Just goes off the top of the O on the roof.
Kaishlak, the libero, tried to get it across, and like you said, it hit the O. Alexander lines it over, and it's an ace off of Gonzalez. 5-2, the Rainbow Wahine go on top by 3.
A huge ace there for Hawaii, putting them up by 3 early in this first set.
3-0 run for Hawaii. Alexander springs it over. Received by Duckworth. Brandt sets right side. Tapped over. Hatch couldn't get it to go again. In the middle, Alexander rips it again and finds the near side floor for the kill.
And it's Alexander once again. She nukes that ball down. She's just been absolutely dominant to start off this first set. And here's a timeout from the Cyclones as Alexander's just taking over this game in this first set.
6-2 Hawaii tournament.
Right, they're just tied for first place going into even just the last week of the regular season. They're tied with Cal Poly and Long Beach. They end up beating not one, but both of those teams to fight their way into this tournament. It's their 30th straight appearance in the NCAA tournament.
There's Christy Johnson Lynch. She's been the head coach at Iowa State since 2004. On the other side for Hawaii, Robin Mao, now in her 6th season with the Rainbow Wahine. But again, really impressive stuff from Hawaii. 30 straight appearances, that's excluding the 2020 season, where they did not compete. The Big West did not have a season in the 2020 season. The last season, they made the tournament, went to the first round before being eliminated. 2021, they made it to the second round. And all the way back in 2019, they made it to the Sweet 16. So this is an experienced Hawaii team that knows what it takes to get to the postseason and go far. They've won 4 national championships as a program. Iowa State, the higher seed. Hawaii, not a slouch opponent. After the timeout, 6-2 Hawaii with the lead. 4-0 run for Hawaii.
How you guys doing?
Caitlin Alexander serving for the Wahine.
Here's Alexander, Big West honorable mention this season. Palms over, received by Gonzalez. Brandt sets it for Duckworth. Tried to rip it, but it goes off the blockers, back on their side. And it's the big block of Igidi.
And there's Igidi rejecting that ball, slamming it right back down in the Cyclone territory, picking up another quick point coming out of the timeout.
7-2. Alexander muscles it. Too far. Service error.
And after the hot start from Alexander, she just misses over that back line there. That's a service error, and the Cyclones are now at the service line.
Back to serve for the Cyclones.
Breaks the run, 7-3. Cyclones with the serve. Here's Annie Hatch, hurls it over. Alexander receives, Lang sets left side. Wagner goes off the pole. And the antenna says no. Point to the Cyclones, 7-4.
Great offense there from Hawaii. It just goes off the pole.
Here's Hatch. Knuckles it over. Alexander receives. Lang back set. On the slide was Igidi. Dug out. Left side, Duckworth off the blockers. Falls out of bounds. Cyclones get a 3-0 run for themselves.
And just as it seems like Hawaii's going to extend their lead in this first set, coming out of that timeout, the Cyclones fight their way right back into it. The score 7-5.
Opening set. Hatch rips it over. Ikanaga receives it. Lang, a bump set to the left side. Wagner fires it cross court. Dug out by Kaishlak. Set to the far side, and getting the kill is Duckworth.
Really smart play there from Duckworth, just dinking the ball over the net, not putting too much power on it, and it finds the bottom of the floor for the point for the Cyclones.
Now the dink for Duckworth pays off. 7-6. Hatch springs it over. Received by Alexander quickly in the middle. Igidi got it blocked back. Give it over on a free ball. Back set. Hammering it down is Jordan Hopp, the middle blocker for Iowa State. We're even 7-7.
And the defense from Iowa State turns into offense. Hopp rises up and launches that ball down into the floor. We're all tied up at 7 apiece.
Hatch continues to serve.
Hatch with the serve. 5-0 run for Iowa State. Launches it over. Diving play, Alexander. Igidi taps it over, dug out by the Cyclones. Kaishlak sets left side, cross court, and that's another kill for Duckworth.
Duckworth jumps up to the moon and clobbers that ball down across the court. It finds the hardwood, and Iowa State goes up 8-7.
Excellent selection. Naga couldn't get to it as Hatch sends it over. Received by Alexander. Igidi cross court, overpass on the dig. Lang for Igidi, a tap over. Getting a hand on it was Hopp. Set to the left side, Duckworth roll shot. Dug out in the back line by Ham. Given back over to Iowa State. Brandt back set, tapped over by Hopp. Dug out by Igidi. In the middle, Alexander couldn't get it to go. Tight at the net. Reaching over was Hawaii, and Iowa State gets the point and the lead, 8-7.
That point goes to Iowa State.
And it looked like a joust at the rim, but Aijida reaches over the net, and Iowa State takes the point. That puts them up 9-7. Going into that first timeout, Iowa State was down by a couple points, and now they fought their way back in as they have this 9-7 lead.
What a run for Iowa State right here. 9-7, the Cyclones lead at 1 point. It was 7-2, just like that. Iowa State calls timeout and go on a run their own.
And how about Maya Duckworth? She has 4 kills, hitting 500. She's just been absolutely dominant on the offensive side of the court for the Cyclones so far today.
Look at the replay. It looked like Hawaii definitely reached their hands over the net. It's an Iowa State team making their 17th tournament appearance all time. 16 of them have come under Christy Johnson-Lynch, who took over all the way back in 2004. She's now she now has the 4th most wins in Big 12 history. It's an impressive run for Iowa State with Johnson-Lynch, a Nebraska grad, at the helm. They made the championship in 13 of her first 16 seasons. They only had 1 tournament appearance before her, so she's really transformed this program. 9-7 after the timeout. There's Robin Amau, the 2022 Big West Coach of the Year. Annie Hatch-Slurving, the senior from Mesa, Arizona. Springs it over. Received by Alexander. Lang to Alexander. Uncorks off the blockers. And it falls on Hawaii's side. It's a block for Iowa State.
And what a block there from Hop. She rejects that ball. A quick point coming out of the timeout.
10-7, Hatch lines it over. Alexander trouble with the reception. Lang somehow got it to Alexander, but she can't get it over. Falls on the side of Hawaii, and it's 11-7 Cyclones.
And coming out of that timeout up 2, they keep the momentum going in their favor, taking this 4-point lead.
Hatch springs it too far. That finally ends the run.
And Hatch,
9-0 run.
Hatch just misses there over the back line. That is the Cyclones' first service error here tonight.
11-8, Iowa State leading by 3. Here's Amber Aijidi, the senior from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Aijidi propels it over. Gonzalez receives it. Brandt set. Hop cross court. Finds the floor.
And there's Jordan Hop once again perfectly placing that ball, attacking across the court. She keeps it inbounds off that left sideline, and the Cyclones take another point.
Hop able to just put it in. And now Maya Duckworth with the serve. The sophomore from Hearst, Texas. Hurls it over for an ace off of Ikanaga.
And how about the start to the set for Maya Duckworth? A service ace to just extend to what she's done for the Cyclones so far.
5-point Cyclone lead. Duckworth soars it over. Ikanaga can't receive it cleanly again. Back-to-back aces for the Cyclones.
Another ace for Iowa State as they just seem to have all the momentum here in the first set.
Maya Duckworth. Stuck working now. Lofts it over. Received in the middle. Tapping it across was Evans. Couldn't get it to fall. On the near side, Hop belts it to the floor.
And it's Hop once again picking up her 3rd kill in this first set. Hawaii just can't seem to get anything going as the Cyclones go up 15-8.
7-point lead. Duckworth springs it over. Ikanaga receives. Lang sets. Wagner wallops it. Too far. Point Iowa State, 16-8 Cyclones.
And Wagner blasts that ball down to the right sideline, just barely missing off that sideline as the Cyclones pick up another point.
What a run for Iowa State. Duckworth Serves it across, another ace. Third now for Maya.
Another ace for the Cyclones and Maya Duckworth. Here's a timeout from Hawaii as Iowa State goes up 17-8 coming out of that last timeout. Just an absolutely ridiculous run for the Cyclones as they're looking to close out this first set.
We talked a lot beforehand about Nayeli Gonzalez. Well, Gonzalez has been quiet so far. No kills, no swings, and it's been all Maya Duckworth.
Right, I mean, we just haven't seen much from Gonzalez so far, but it's not her fault that her teammates have just stepped up and played awesome volleyball so far in this first set. Maya Duckworth, 4 kills, hitting 500, and 3 service aces. Just remarkable numbers for Duckworth in this first set.
See the graphic here, 3 top 25 wins this season for Iowa State. 1 against Kansas, 1 against Baylor, 1 against Houston. And well, that match against Kansas was a big one for Nayeli Gonzalez, the freshman who we've been talking about. Quiet so far, but in that match against Kansas, 31 total kills for Gonzalez. Again, 16 of the 17 appearances for Iowa State have been under Christy Johnson-Lynch. It's been a good season for Iowa State. 11-7 in Big 12 play. It's the 14th time under Johnson-Lynch that the Cyclones have reached 10+ Big 12 wins.
And it's just remarkable to see what this program has done and how much they've improved under this new coaching job.
Really, before Johnson-Lynch got to Ames, Iowa State was 13-167 in Big 12 play. Since she's taken over, 202-104.
Well, I mean, the numbers just speak for themselves. Just the absolute change in those statistics. Just ridiculous.
Maya Duckworth
continues to serve. 4 kills on 6 swings, has 3 aces. Palms it over, paddled around, and somehow found its way to Iowa State's side. Brandt to the left side, Gonzalez cracks it, and the point goes to Wahine.
Gonzalez uncorks on that ball, but it's rejected back by Hawaii. Nice job coming out of the timeout to pick up a quick point.
Lang serving it on the far side. She launches. Kai Schlack receives, Brandt back set, hop hurls it cross court, dug out by Lang. Ikunaga sets, tapped over by Wagner, blocked back. Wagner tries again, blocked back again, and this time Hop and Brandt combine for the block.
The Cyclones defense is just absolutely stifling. Some huge blocks from them so far in this first set.
18-9, Cyclones doubling up Hawaii. Kai Schlack, standing serve across, diving reception, overpass, cleaned up. Engelbrecht
takes care of the overpass.
It's a nice job by Engelbrecht, recognizing it's an overpass. She rises up and scorches that ball right back down into the hardwood, picking up the point for the Cyclones.
10-point Iowa State lead. Kai Schlack knuckles it way too far. Service error, brings it back within 9.
And that's the second service error for the Cyclones so far. But when you have 8 service aces, I mean, rather 4 service aces, you know, you're gonna take some of those errors.
Wagner lofts it over, received in the back line, set to the left side, Gonzalez roll shot, and it finds the floor eventually. Ikunaga and Alexander had their hands on it. 10-point Iowa State lead. Hawaii has no more timeouts.
Brandt to serve.
Morgan Brandt to serve. The sophomore from Sumner sends it into the net.
Service error.
Service error.
Point to Hawaii.
And there's another service error for the Cyclones. Hawaii finds themselves down 11-20 late in this first set.
Ikunaga lines over, Gonzalez receives, Brandt sets, left side, Hatch cross court, Alexander got her left hand on it. Set from Wagner to the right side, cross court from Ham, doesn't go. Quickly in the middle, they set it, and Engelbrecht finds the floor again.
And there's Engelbrecht missiling that ball down into the floor of Hawaii territory. Another point for Iowa State as they go back up by 10.
Great location. Gonzalez gives it over. Ikanaga receives quickly in the middle, and there's Amber Igidi peppering it to the floor.
Igidi scorches that ball down into Cyclone territory and picks up the point for Hawaii. The score is 21-12.
Here's Kendra Ham from San Diego, the senior. Springs it over. Gonzalez receives quickly in the middle. Paddled around after the hit from Engelbrecht, but it wasn't enough to keep it up. Again, Engelbrecht getting in there for the Cyclones, and it's 22-12.
And Hawaii just doesn't seem to have an answer for Iowa State in this first set as they go back up by 10 late in the first set.
How about Engelbrecht, 4 for 4 in her swings. As she launches it over to the left side, Alexander off the blockers, Gonzalez digs. Grant to the right side, Hatch hurls it off of Ikanaga for the kill.
And that ball was crushed. It goes off of Hawaii and up into the bleachers.
23-12. Iowa State with an 11-point lead. Engelbrecht standing hit across. Too far. Aggressive serving once again, the fourth service error for the Cyclones.
Another service error for Iowa State. Let's see if Hawaii can put a run of their own together here late in this first set.
Alexander to serve.
Alexander tees it up. Gonzalez receives. Brandt to the left side. Duckworth to the far side of the floor. Couldn't connect.
Attack goes wide. Point wide.
And Duckworth just misses there off that left sideline. Hawaii picks up the point.
Alexander lasers it over. Gonzalez receives it. Brandt back set. Hatch taps it over. Dug out by Igidi. She gets it right back from the wing and rockets it off the blockers for the kill.
That ball was just absolutely crushed down as Hawaii continues to try and fight back into this first set.
Galen Alexander takes a breath. Squares it up. Too far.
And the service error there, just missing too far over that back line, gets the Cyclones to set point.
24-15, set point for Iowa State. Hatch hurls it over, received in the back line. Igidi tried to block it over, tap it over rather, gets it off the blockers and gets the kill.
It was a nice attempt there, just missing out of bounds, and Hawaii takes another point to stay alive.
Igidi 4 for 9 on her swings, 444 hitting percentage, 3 digs and 1 block. She's a middle blocker with those 3 digs. Igidi propels, diving reception, Gonzalez. Brandt to the left side, Duckworth. Roll shot off the blockers, finds the floor, and Iowa State wins the opening set 25-16.
And it's Maya Duckworth picking up her 5th kill in that first set, and she's able to close it out for the Cyclones as they win set number 1 in this first round NCAA tournament matchup.
Iowa State hits an impressive 480 while holding Hawaii to a 174 hitting percentage. Maya Duckworth picks up the final kill, her 5th of the set, as the Cyclones win the opening set by 9. And with that, we'll step aside the ESPN Plus broadcast of Iowa State versus Hawaii here in the Eugene Regional in the opening round of the NCAA Volleyball Tournament. Hitting percentage to 174. Iowa State, their offense is looking really good.
Absolutely, the Cyclones offense has just been absolutely dominant so far in today's matchup, hitting 480. And how about Maya Duckworth? 5 kills, hitting 375. She also has 3 service aces. She just was absolutely dominant from the service line, and she was able to help Iowa State get off to that dominant start so far.
4 service aces for Iowa State, 3 of them going to Maya Duckworth. As Iowa State was able to take a commanding lead after struggling. They're down 7-2, went on a 9-0 run. And and eventually closed it out 25-16 in set number 1. Each team 2 blocks. Hawaii, 1 more attack error than the Cyclones. Again, it's the hitting percentage and tough serving from Iowa State really paying off after the first set. Set number 2 about to get going. It's been quiet from Nayeli Gonzalez, who's the Big 12 Freshman of the Year. First team all Big 12, just 1 for 2 on her swings with an attack error. Nonetheless, she has 2 digs, and she's been doing a great job at the serve receive for Iowa State. Both teams are going to switch sides. Hawaii on the left, Iowa State on the right. It's going to be Wagner with the serve. Senior from Dublin, Ohio, in the Columbus area. Soars it across. We're underway for set 2. Brandt back set. Gonzalez off the blockers. Saved in the back line by Kai Schlack. In the middle, they got it to Engelbrecht, who finds the floor for the kill.
And Engelbrecht picks up her 5th kill of the night. She hasn't missed so far today. She's 5 for 5.
Gonzalez to serve.
Gonzalez serving it for the Cyclones in the center of the floor. Launches it over off the top tape. Battled around and not being able to get it over is Alexander. That's another ace for the Cyclones.
Another service ace for the Cyclones. They've just been absolutely dominant from the service line.
Gonzalez came in with 32 aces this season. That was number 33. There's Gonzalez, the freshman. Fires it over. Wagner receives it. Lang sets Alexander. Fires it cross court. Overpass on the dig. Set to the left side. Alexander tries again to the far side and belted it too wide.
And they get that ball to Alexander. She belts that ball down. It's just barely out of bounds off that left sideline. And the Cyclones take the point, going up 3-0.
Gonzalez repels, received by Wagner. Lang, standing hit over by Alexander. In the middle, Iowa State got it to Engelbrecht, dug out. Alexander rifles it to the back line, dug out by Gonzalez. Brandt, a bump set, Duckworth, a running hit, short. Hawaii gets the point.
Duckworth rises up for the running hit. She just misses that ball short, goes off the front side of the net, and Hawaii takes their first point in the second set.
3-1, Cyclones leading. Ikunaga with the serve. The libero springs it over. Received by Kai Schlack. Brandt sets Duckworth. Swings and finds success.
Duckworth with a kill.
And Duckworth picks up her 5th kill of this match. She's just been absolutely dominant to get things started.
That right there, her 6th.
Alexis Engelbrecht.
As Engelbrecht will head to the service line. But how about Duckworth? 6 for 10 on her swings, hitting 300. Again with those 3 aces. Standing serve over, received by Wagner. Set from Hawkes, tapped over by Wagner on a free ball. Brandt to Duckworth, rips it. Dug out by Hawaii. To the far side, paddled around. Hatch hurls it off the blockers. Ikunaga with the dig. Lang in the middle. By GD, her swing dug out. Duckworth, dink attempt. And there it is, Duckworth again, her 7th.
And after the long rally, of course, it's none other than Maya Duckworth picking up her 7th kill, hitting 333. She's just been dominant so far.
Engelbrecht, another standing serve over. Wagner the reception, Lang a back set. Hawkes able to clobber it.
Hawkes with the kill down the line.
And there it is.
Hawaii.
Hawaii finds some offense. Hawkes unleashes that ball down the right sideline. It stays in bounds, and Hawaii takes their 2nd point.
Hawkes the kill. To the service line she
Hawkes to
goes.
serve.
The junior from Israel. Propels. Kai Schlack receives in the middle. Hop couldn't get it to drop. In the middle, Ejidi a swing, blocked back, taps it over this time, dug out by Hatch. Brandt sets for Duckworth, pushes it over. Hawkes receives it to the left side. Alexander goes off the blockers to the back of the gym. Out of bounds it goes, and Alexander gets the kill.
Alexander blasts that ball. It goes off the blockers and outside of play. The Cyclones can't get there in time, and Alexander picks up her 4th kill of the match.
5-3, Iowa State leading by 2. Hawkes palms it over, received by Kai Schlack. Brandt sets for Duckworth. clobbers it off the blockers, dug out on a sliding play by Alexander. Hawkes at the attack line, wallops it to the back line and gets the kill.
Hawkes just absolutely scorches that ball, goes off the back line, stays inbounds, and Hawaii is now down by just one. The score is 5-4.
3-0 run for the Rainbow Wahine. Hawkes skies it over. Received by Iowa State. In the middle, Hatch, a dink. Dug out by Alexander. Lang, a back set by GD. Her swing dug out by Gonzalez, pushed over. Back on Hawaii's side. By GD, roofed. Duckworth, the rejection.
Maya Duckworth just slams that ball right back down into Hawaii territory as the Cyclones take the point, going up 6-4.
Dead serve, Cyclones lead by 2. And how about Maya Duckworth? Will we get there? Hatch hurls it over. Ekadaga receives it. Iowa State side. Hop misfires. Short on her swing.
Hop rises up and just misses short. Hits the front side of the net. And the score is now 5-6. The Cyclones are up by 1.
Alexander next to serve.
Alexander knuckles it into the net. Point Iowa State.
And Hawaii was down by just 1. They get an untimely service error there, giving the ball back to the Cyclones with a 2-point lead.
Maya Duckworth to serve.
Here's Maya Duckworth, the 3 aces so far. Launches it over. Hawkes receives. Lang a bump set in the middle. Hawkes hurls it. Overpass on the dig. Wagner tried to clean it up. Dug out by Kaishlak. Gonzalez springs it cross court. Iowa State couldn't get it over. Left side. Gonzalez fires it off of GD. Out of bounds it goes. Point Cyclones.
And how about the defense from Iowa State? Hawaii just blasting the ball from all around the court, and Iowa State answers every single time as they pick up the point, going up by 3.
3-point Iowa State lead. Duckworth lines it for an ace. Number 4 for Maya.
Duckworth with the ace serve.
It's another service ace for Duckworth and Iowa State as they go up 9-5 in this second set.
Iowa State leading the match 1-0 overall. Maya Duckworth, a real reason they're leading. 7 kills, 4 aces. As she lollipops it over, Hawkes receives it. GD in the middle, blocked back. Back on the side of the Cyclones. Tapped over by Brandt, diving play by Hawkes. Laying in the middle, Alexander. Wallops to the near side and misses.
And it's the back line attack from Alexander. She just misses off that right sideline. And here's a timeout from Hawaii as the Cyclones go up 10-5. And how about Maya Duckworth? She's just been everywhere so far. 7 kills, hitting around 300. She has 4 service aces, 3 digs, and 2 blocks. It's the offense, it's the defense, it's the serving. She's just doing everything for the Cyclones so far tonight.
You can see right there, that was her 4th ace today. Came in with 18 overall to 28 service errors, but she has now 22, including the 4 here today. Came in second on the team in kills per set. In her last match against Cincinnati to end the regular season, 20 kills, 17 digs, a double-double for her, 6th double-double of the season. And she's continued the momentum into the NCAA tournament. As you can see right there, that's the Oregon Ducks hosting the regional today. They're going to be facing off later today against Southeastern Louisiana. That one's scheduled for 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern time. The Ducks, the leaders. Hawaii this season, 23-8, 4 straight Big West titles after winning the Big West tournament. It's their 30th consecutive NCAA tournament appearance. An impressive run for the Rainbow Wahine. 3-time NCAA champions in 1982, 1983, and 1987. How about this season? 3rd in the NCAA in average attendance, 6,181. That's really impressive to see, and it just speaks so much to how how much the sport has grown this season. Think about Oregon setting their attendance record here in this building earlier this year, and that was a little over 7,000 for Hawaii to be averaging over 6,000 per match. That's really impressive, and it just speaks to how big volleyball is on the Big Island. Here's Duckworth off the top tape. It's another ace, her 5th.
Another ace for Duckworth. Just what a game for the Cyclones at the service line. They've been absolutely dominant.
12 points so far, and this whole match has been responsible to Maya Duckworth. Takes a breath, tees it up. Ikanaga with the reception. Lang sets Wagner, rockets it for the kill off of Kaischlak.
And Wagner uncorks on that ball just after the ace from the Cyclones. Hawaii picks up another point.
Evans re-enters the game.
11-6.
Agidi to serve.
Naijidi to serve. The 4-time All-Big West first-team player. Belts it way too far. Service error for Hawaii, and they just haven't had the same success at the service line today.
Not whatsoever. I mean, you just have to respect what the Cyclones have done up the service line. I've never seen anything like this.
Here's Paula Kaischlak from Poland, the redshirt sophomore. Powers it across. Wagner receives it. Lang sets in the middle. Trying to tap it across was Evans, but she falls short.
Evans just tries to tap that ball over the net, and she barely misses. It stays on Hawaii's side as Iowa State goes up 13-6.
7-point Cyclone lead. Kaischlak standing hit across. Wagner receives. Lang back set. Alexander blocked back, but it goes out of bounds. Point Hawaii.
Alexander crushes that ball into the blockers. It goes out of bounds, and the Rainbow Wahine take the point.
6-point Cyclone lead. Lang to serve from Keller. Sends it over. Gonzalez receives. Back to Gonzalez. Blocked back. Hakus and Evans get in on the roof.
And what outstanding defense from Hawaii. Gonzalez rises up and belts that ball, but Hawaii rejects it, sends it right back down in the Cyclone territory.
Lang launches. Almost takes out Rondi. Goes too far. Point to Iowa State.
That ball just barely misses. She's aiming for that back right corner. Just barely goes over the back line, and the Cyclones go up 14-8.
Morgan Brandt next to serve.
Morgan Brandt with the serve. 5th in the Big 12 in assist percent this season. Springs it over. Ikanaga with the reception. Hakus on the far side strikes and finds success.
That ball goes off of the Cyclones and out of bounds. That's another point for Hawaii as they find themselves down 9-14 in this second set.
Wagner knuckles it. Received by Duckworth. Brandt sets left side. Ripped over by Hatch, dug out by Hawaii. Hakus pushes far side and Gonzalez digs. Brandt in the middle, tapping across is Engelbrecht. Paddle around, free ball back to Iowa State. Brandt set, right side, Gonzalez. Smacks it too far wide, and Hawaii gets the point. 10-14, they trail.
Gonzalez just misses off that right sideline, and Hawaii takes another point as they cut the lead down to just 4.
Riley Wagner springs it off the top tape. Received by Engelbrecht. Left side. Hatch off the blockers gets the kill.
That's a kill off the block.
And that ball was just nuked down. It goes off the blockers and out of bounds for the kill as Iowa State goes up 15-10.
Riley Gonzalez to serve.
Gonzalez lasers it way too far. Another service error.
And Gonzalez misses far over that back line as she gives the ball back to Hawaii. And they find themselves down by just 4 once again. They're fighting to stay in the second set.
He's joined by Amber Agidi.
1-0 Iowa State with the lead.
Edmonds to serve.
In the match, 15-11 Iowa State leading in the second set. Here's Talia Edmonds, the transfer from Michigan State. From Kalamazoo, Michigan. Launches, received by Duckworth. Brandt sets for Duckworth. Clobbers, misses. Point to Hawaii.
And that's just another miss for the Cyclones. They seem to be a little less accurate in this second set. Hawaii takes another point, cutting the lead down to just 3.
Edmonds springs it. Keishlak receives. Brandt, Duckworth. Strikes, but is blocked back to Duckworth. Taps it over, dug out by Wagner. Laying in the middle by GD. Peppers it off the hands of Iowa State. Out of bounds it goes, and IGD's starting to heat up.
It was really nice defense there from Hawaii earlier in the rally, and that leads to some great offense. IGD belts that ball down. It goes off of the Cyclones and out of bounds to cut the lead down to just 2.
Serve over, Keishlak receives. Brandt back set, right side, and it's Hatch getting it to go off the blockers again for the kill.
And Hatch rises up and buries that ball down into the front right corner of Hawaii territory as Iowa State picks up another point.
Engelbrecht to serve.
Engelbrecht with the serve. From Cary, North Carolina, standing hit over. Received by Edmonds in the middle. IGD. Hard hit, dug out by the Cyclones. Back on Hawaii's side. Alexander lasers it, dug out by the Cyclones again. Duckworth rips it through the trees, dug out in the back line. Wagner. Alexander off the blockers. Engelbrecht there, right side. Hatch cross court, dug out by Lang. Edmonds bump set. Hawkes roll shot, diving play. Engelbrecht will set it for Hatch. Launches it over. IGD bumps it to Alexander off the blockers. Popped in the air. What a rally. Duckworth taps it over. Diving play Lang. Right side. Hawkes to the back line. Dug out by Gonzalez. Brandt got it up for Duckworth. Blocked back. And it ends in a roof. IGD.
What an outstanding rally there from both teams. And it's none other than the middle blocker, Amber IGD, rejecting that kill and sending the ball right back down into Iowa State territory, picking up the point for Hawaii and cutting the lead back down to just 2.
What a fun rally that was. Here's Taliakis. Big West. Honorable mention. Lines it over. Quickly they set it to the left side. Duckworth blocked back. Saved by Iowa State. In the middle, Gonzalez slugs and finds success.
And after the long competitive rally, Gonzalez is able to just rise up from that back line and uncork on that ball, placing it perfectly between 2 of Hawaii's players as it finds the floor.
17-14. Iowa State leading by 3. Hatch lines it over. Lang sets. Alexander off the blockers. Gonzalez digs. Back set. Hop. Hurls it to the floor. 18-14 Cyclones.
And Hop hits that ball across the court from the right side to the left side of Hawaii territory as it finds the floor, putting Iowa State up 18-14.
Serve over to the left side. Alexander cracks it through the trees and finds the floor. Alexander the kill.
And that's Alexander's 6th kill so far of the night. She leads her team in kills.
Kaylin Alexander hitting just 150, but leading the team with those 6 kills. Cyclones lead by 3. Alexander springs it way too far. And again, it's the service errors from Hawaii piling up.
Alexander's aiming for that back right corner. She just misses off the right sideline. It's another service error for Hawaii, and it gives Iowa State a chance to extend their lead.
Maya Duckworth has 5 aces, looking for 6 here. Lines it over. Hawkes receives. Overpass. Joust back on Hawaii's side. Wagner wallops off the trees and gets the kill.
And Wagner scorches that ball. It goes off the blockers and out of bounds. And Hawaii picks up another point. It's been very back and forth here as Hawaii's down by 3 once again in the later stages of this second set.
Back and forth we go late here in set number 2. Colby Lane to serve. Transfer from Seattle University. Lane launches. Received by Kaishlak. Ran in the middle. Gonzalez off the blockers. Back on Iowa State side. Duckworth tries, and she's rejected. Kennedy Evans with the roof.
And the back row attack is rejected from Kennedy Evans, who picks up another point for Hawaii, cutting the lead down to just 2.
19-17. Cyclones lead by 2. Late set number 2. Hawaii looking to even the match 1-1 overall. Colby Lane lines it too far. And just as it feels like Hawaii is getting closer, another service error gives the cushion back to 3.
Once again, it's a service error for Hawaii. That's their 7th service error so far tonight, with just 1 service ace.
Ikanaga enters for Hawaii. Paula Kaishlak, next to serve.
Paula Kaishlak. Standing hit over, diving play Wagner. Lang to Alexander, gives a free ball to the back line. Duckworth to Brandt, left side, Gonzalez pounds, and it goes off of Hawkins for the kill.
And Gonzalez thrashes that ball down. It goes off of Hawaii and up into the bleachers. Just some power on that shot from Gonzalez.
Really came down with full force. Kaishlak springs it over. Lang in the middle, Evans off the trees and gets the kill.
Evan gets it past the block.
It goes off of the Cyclones and out of bounds as Hawaii takes another point, cutting the lead down once again to 3. It's been very back and forth. Let's see if they can make things happen at the service line.
Kate Lang, excuse me. Lines it over, received by Gonzalez. Brandt to the left side. Gonzalez lasers it cross court. Ikanaga was there. Alexander at the attack line, couldn't get it to fall. Brandt, dump attempt, blocked back. Wagner saves it for Hawaii.
And Gonzalez uncorks on that ball. What a great job from Hawaii to keep that ball up in the air, keep it alive, and they're able to capitalize off of that as they take the point.
Lang propels it way in the air. Engelbrecht receives. Brandt left side. Gonzalez peppers, but she's blocked back. Hawkins again getting into the action.
And it's absolutely stifling defense from Hawaii as they fight their way back into the second set. They're down by just 1 here. They've just been chipping away at this lead that Iowa State has.
21-20. A lot more competitive here in set number 2. We talked about Iowa State hitting 480 in the first set. They just haven't found the same success here in set number 2.
Right, and props to the defense of Hawaii. They're holding Iowa State to just hitting 185. It's just been such a competitive second set, especially on the defensive side of things. We've seen some remarkable blocks and digs and defensive plays from both teams so far, and that's why it's been such a close second set.
185 in the match overall. They're holding them to an 0-0-0 hitting percentage here in set number 2. 9 kills, 9 attack errors for Iowa State, and a large reason why is because there's been 5 blocks for the Rainbow Wahine here in set number 2. Really impressive stuff. 7 blocks overall for Hawaii compared to Iowa State's 3. Hawaii's just being more physical at the net right now, and it's starting to pay off. Hawaii came in 5th in the Big West in total blocks per set. Iowa State 9th in the Big 12 out of 10 teams in blocks per set. So the numbers do favor Hawaii in that category, and we're starting to see it pile up a little bit here in set number 2. Ryan Duckworth, she's also calmed down a little bit. We've talked about her high hitting percentage. She's down to hitting just 0.43. Alexis Engelbrecht, though, for Iowa State, 5 kills on 7 swings, a 7.14 hitting percentage. Amber Igb for Hawaii, hitting a poor 235, and I say poor, but for her, she came in averaging 401 on her hitting percentage, lower season average, but she's made an impact in so many ways. 2 blocks, 3 digs, 5 kills, second on the team right now for Hawaii.
Kate Lang continues to serve for Hawaii.
Kate Lang still at the serve, a 3-0 run for Hawaii, looking to tie. Lang soars it over. Gonzalez receives. Brandt, dump attempt off the blockers. Popped in the air, Alexander. Ikanaga gives a free ball to Iowa State. Brandt back set. Engelbrecht through the trees, saved by Evans. Left side, Wagner wallops off the trees, and we're even at 21.
And Wagner yokes that ball down to the right sideline, keeps it in bounds, and we're all tied up at 21 apiece. What a job from Hawaii to fight their way back into this second set.
21-21. Lang lollipops it over. Received. Engelbrecht taps it over. Evans got her paws on it. Left side. Wagner pounds. Whistle beforehand. Double touch. Iowa State. Hawaii leads.
And Hawaii takes their first lead of this second set. So late in the second set, they haven't given up. They fought their way back into this, and now they're up 22-21.
5-0 run for the Rainbow Wahine. Lang belts it over. Trouble with the reception. Gonzalez saves it going into the table. Hit over by Kai Schlacker. Lang back set. Hawkins rejected. It's Gonzalez with the roof. She's fired up.
And Gonzalez stuffs that shot, sends it right back down, and we're all tied up at 22 apiece. This has just been such a competitive second set.
Brandt to serve.
Brandt with the serve, 22-22. Bombs it over. Ikenaga receives it. Left side, Hawkins off the blockers, popped in the air by Engelbrecht. Set to the left side, Gonzalez. Tapped over, dug out on a diving play. Wagner dinks, finds the floor. What a play. Perfect pinpoint location.
And Wagner perfectly places that ball off the dink. She lofts it over the net, and it lands nicely on the hardwood. And here's a timeout from Iowa State as Hawaii goes up 23-22. What a job from Hawaii as they've clawed their way back into this second set. They found their first lead off that 5-0 run, and they're not looking back as they go up 23-22.
And look, there's that diving play by Lang. Ikenaga set it. And what a great play by Wagner. Dinking to the far side of the floor. Nobody was there for Iowa State. And with that, Hawaii leads 23-22. No more timeouts remaining for the Cyclones. They call their second one late. Smart timeout here for Christy Johnson-Lynch. Her 19th season with the Cyclones. Hawaii right now just dominating overall, at least at the net. 5 blocks in the set, holding Iowa State to an 0-0-0 hitting percentage. 13 kills for the Rainbow Wahine here in set number 2. Compare that to just 8 in set number 1.
I mean, Hawaii's defense has just stepped up in a huge way in this second set, and they've taken over, especially recently in the later stages of the second set, as Hawaii goes on that long run that they went on, and they find themselves up 23-22.
Just felt like they were chipping away for a while, and then it started to fall in their favor. There's the Oregon Ducks again, taking in this match, saying who they might play tomorrow. They have to get past Southeastern Louisiana here tonight. The Ducks, the 2 seed overall in the Wisconsin region. The total teams in the northeast part of the bracket.
Ham enters the game for Hawaii. And Ham will be our server.
Ham's gonna have the serve. Kendra from San Diego uncorks it over. Duckworth, trouble with the reception. Hatch got it over to Brent, who gives a free ball to Hawaii. Lang in the middle, Evans pounds it. 24-22, set point Hawaii.
And Evans hammers the hardwood there as Hawaii gets the set point. The score is 24-22. What a comeback from Hawaii in the second set.
Ham springs it over. Hatch receives. Brandt a bump set. Hatch at the attack line. A roll shot dug out by Lang. Ikenaga sets left side. Alexander rifles it to the back line. Too far. And it goes too far. Iowa State, a breath of air. 24-23, still set point Hawaii.
And Alexander, who's looking to close out this second set, just barely misses off that back line.
And there's going to be a challenge here. So Hawaii is looking to challenge and see if they can close it out here in set number 2. Looking to even the match 1-1 overall.
And initially it was tough to tell. That ball was so close to that back line. We're going to see here on the replay if that call stands or if it's overturned.
it stands 24-23. If it's reversed, it's all bows in set number 2. Good Hawaii crowd in the building here today. Rainbow Wahine fans have traveled well. Finally see a replay. Looking to see if it maybe went off the left hand of Gonzalez. Alexander and Ikanaga in the back line were arguing immediately, went off the block. So tough. They rocketed it so hard. And really it's just a slight movement of the fingers that could be what reverses this one. We'll have to see what the official says.
And of course, this is just a massive call. If it goes in Hawaii's favor, they close out the second set and tie it up 1-1.
Ohio State leading the match 1-0 overall in the first set, 25-16. Look at the replay again. It's a tough one.
And Iowa State's just hoping that this call stands as is, leaving the score at 24-23, giving them a chance to fight their way back into this second set. Just such a tough call. It's really close.
Replay review. It's the NCAA first round hosted by the University of Oregon.
And they know how important this call is to get. How the challenges work is there are 3 challenges per team each match.
Looks like we're going to get the view here. Point goes to Iowa State.
Call on the floor stands. There was no
Stands.
Not enough evidence to overturn that call. Iowa State stays alive late in the second set. Let's see if this can shift the momentum and if they can fight their way back into it.
Next to serve for the Cyclones.
24-23. Gonzalez with the serve. Skies it over. Received by Wagner in the middle. Evans dinks. Dug out by Hatch. Left side, Duckworth. Hammers the hardwood. We're even. Cyclones stay alive.
And when her team needs her most, Maya Duckworth steps up and makes a huge play. That's her 8th kill of the match. And we're all tied up at 24 apiece late in the second set.
Hawaii had 2 chances for set point, couldn't get it done. Gonzalez lofts it over. Lang sets left side. Alexander cross court. Too wide. Set point Cyclones.
Alexander uncorks on that ball, just missing off the right sideline, and the Cyclones go up 25-24. What a run from the Cyclones to get back up and ahead late in the second set.
And there's going to be another challenge. This is a pivotal one. This is going to lead to whenever team wins the challenge, having set point. As it stands, 25-24 Iowa State. I believe they're arguing off the block again.
Because that ball looked clearly out of bounds off the right sideline. It must be an argument of if that was off the hands or if it was just a clean kill or clean miss there, rather, going out of bounds.
So you look at the replay here. Looked like it might have gone off of Engelbrecht. Looked like maybe her right hand.
We see that hand move just a little bit.
It is off the block. Quick review that time. Set point Hawaii.
Point goes to Hawaii.
And that's a huge challenge for Hawaii as they go up 25-24 late in this second set.
Coming in to serve is Talia Edmonds, transfer from Michigan State. for college. Finds herself in the Pacific Northwest. She'll have the serve here with Hawaii looking to even the match, 1-1 overall. Edmonds sends it over. It's an ace!
And the service ace for Hawaii closes out the second set. We're all tied up. It's 1-1. What a matchup it's been so far. And what a bounce back for Hawaii in that second set. Really stepping up on the defensive side and closing out that second set, 26-24.
Substitution works. Edmonds got it over. Kaishlak not enough under it. Hawaii evens it up 1-1. Good set for the Rainbow Wahine, hitting .205, holding the Cyclones to an .022 hitting percentage. And we head to set 3, even 1-1 overall here at ESPN Plus.
The NCAA thanks our corporate AT&T, Capital One, and Coca-Cola, and our corporate partners, Buffalo Wild Wings, Buick, Dick's Sporting Goods, Great Clips, Intuit TurboTax.
Come back for set number 3. We look at the NCAA volleyball tournament, upper right region. Hawaii and Iowa State, of course, 1-1 right now. Purdue seems to be taking care of Fairfield. Marquette swept Eastern Illinois earlier. So the Golden Eagles probably have a date with the Purdue Boilermakers set up for the second round. Southeastern Louisiana and Oregon coming up, 7 p.m. Pacific time, right after this one here. The opening round of the NCAA volleyball tournament in the Eugene Regional. Road to Tampa starts here. 1-1 right now, Iowa State. A impressive first set, 25-16. Second set, more to the Bows, 26-24. Hawaii with the set 2 victory. Which team on the right side of the net wins? About to begin set number 3. Maya Duckworth leading Iowa State with 8 kills. Kaylin Alexander leading Hawaii with 7 kills. Iowa State's going to have the serve to start on the near side of the floor. It's going to be Morgan Brandt.
In the third set.
Brandt soars it over. Received by Wagner. Lang in the middle. Evans tapped it over. Dug out by Brandt. Kaishlak sets right side. Ripped over. Dug out in the middle, and they got it over to Evans, who's able to slug it off the blockers for the kill.
And it's a nice play there from Evans, able to slam that ball down into the hardwood and pick up the first point of this third set for Hawaii.
Ikanaga on the near side, serving it for Hawaii. Palms it over. Duckworth receives it. Brandt, one-handed set, misfired. I'm going to say that she got a little bit too on top of it.
Point goes to Hawaii.
Point goes Hawaii, 2-0.
And Hawaii is able to get off to an early lead here in this third set, continuing the momentum they picked up in the second.
Ikanaga battles it over. Received by Hatch. Quickly they set it in the middle. Belton unable to be saved. Iowa State gets a point, 2-1.
And it's an awesome effort there from Hawaii as Wagner gets on the ground, diving off the court, trying to keep that ball alive and keep the rally going.
Naomi Gonzalez with the serve. Lines it over. Ikanaga receives it. Lang sets left side. Alexander hammers the hardwood. Hawaii up by 2, 3-1.
Alexander buries that ball down as Hawaii takes an early 3-1 lead in this third set.
It's a phenomenal hit, that one. Real juice off the right hand. Here's Taliakis. Hurls it over. Duckworth receives it. Brandt sets in the middle. Engelbrecht a swing. Dug out by Ikanaga. Lang sets. Alexander rips it again. Dug out by Kaishlak. At the attack line, Duckworth roll shot. Dug out by Hawkes. Right side. Haijidi able to swing it cross court for the kill.
And that offense was just so smooth for Hawaii. A nice dig, a perfect set, and that ball was buried down into the back left corner.
4-1. Hawaii leads by 3. Hawkes lines it over. Duckworth receives. Brandt back set. Hatch roll shot. Dug out in the back line by Wagner. Ajiti in the middle. Clobbers it for the kill.
And Hawaii's looking really good so far offensively, hitting 600 in this third set.
Timeout going to be called by Iowa State. 5-1. Hawaii with the lead over the Cyclones. And all of a sudden, Amber Ajiti, a couple of impressive kills to get going. She's been slow to start.
Yeah, she's been a little bit slow to start so far tonight, but she's really ramping things up in this third set when her team needs her most. After that competitive second set that was really back and forth, Hawaii is able to pull that one out and come into this third set with all the momentum they need to get off to a quick 5-1 lead.
Ajiti, 7 kills on 20 swings, now hitting 300, above 300. That's what she does. She delivers the blow a lot. Came in hitting 401 overall. Hawaii on a 3-0 run. Iowa State calling their first timeout here in set number 3. Hawkes to have the serve for Hawaii on the far side.
Callie Hawkes continues serving for Hawaii.
Hawkes lines it over. Duckworth receives. Brandt in the middle. Engelbrecht smacks it to the floor.
Engelbrecht with the kill on the
Engelbrecht just brings down the hammer there. She rises up to the moon and nukes that ball down into Hawaii territory to pick up the quick point for the Cyclones.
Alexis Engelbrecht next to serve.
Engelbrecht up to 7 kills now. Standing serve over. Received by Hawkes. Ajiti on the slide. Off the blockers, gets the kill.
Ajiti rises up, launches that ball. It goes off the block and out of bounds. And Hawaii goes up 6-2 early in this third set.
Alexander with the serve. Rifles it across. Received by Kaishlak. Brandt sets in the middle. Hatch hammers it. Dug out by Hawkes and overpass. Joust at the net. Somehow found its way back to Hawaii's side. But they're going to say point goes to Rainbow Wahine.
And what a dig there from Hawkes. That ball was rifled down right into her. She gets on the ground and keeps it alive, and Hawaii is able to take the point.
Alexander with the serve. Knuckles it across. Hatch receives it. Gonzalez to the far side. Duckworth roll shot. Alexander got her paw on it, but hit the official on the near side. Duckworth the kill, her 9th.
Duckworth places that ball nicely in the back right corner. A really accurate shot from her. Goes off of Iowa State and out of bounds.
Off of Hawaii, Alexander it was, as Hatch springs it over. Sliding play and then a free ball over. Back on Iowa State's side, Duckworth rips it off the blockers for the kill.
And it's Duckworth once again. That's her 10th kill so far. That ball goes off the blockers and out of bounds.
Hatch with the serve for Iowa State. Springs it over. Hawkes, trouble with reception over the netting. That's an ace. Another ace for Iowa State. They're 9th.
Hawaii takes a
Hawaii
timeout.
calls a timeout. after a 3-0 run for Iowa State. So Iowa State came in 6th in hitting percentage, averaging 243. They're hitting just 125 in the set, 175 overall in the match, but they're starting to find a little bit of success, and a lot of that's been at the service line. In set number 1, it was really that led them to a lot of success.
Right, Iowa State's been completely dominant from the service line. We saw that kind of slip away from them in that second set, and I think that just allowed Hawaii to creep their way into that second set and come out victorious. But we're gonna try and, Iowa State's gonna try and come back with that in this third set. We've seen a lot from Maya Duckworth so far in this third set for Iowa State, as they're down by just 2 after the sluggish start.
7-5, Hawaii leading. Gidi up to 9 kills, hitting .364 for Hawaii. As the Rainbow Wahine the Bows hitting .714, 5 for 7 on their kills and swings. So a timeout by Hawaii, trying to cool off this Iowa State 3-0 run. 9 aces to 5 service errors today for the Cyclones. 8 service errors to 2 service aces for Hawaii.
And he has to resume serving for the Cyclones.
Match. Bombs it over. Hawkins receives. Lang sets near side. It's Wagner rocketing off the blockers for the kill.
And Wagner just bombs that ball. It goes off the blockers and out of bounds for the kill for Hawaii. Coming out of that timeout, they pick up the quick point, going up by 3.
For Iowa State, Ajidi to serve.
Ajidi with the serve. Lofts it over, received by Durandi. Brand back set, hop, taps it over, overpass on the dig. What a play, joust at the net. Durandi got it at the attack line for Duckworth. Roll shot dug out by Hawkins. In the middle, Alexander strikes and succeeds.
And what a great job from Hawaii. The diving overpass to keep the rally going, and they capitalize off of that as they pick up the point, going up 9-5.
What a blast right there from Alexander. They're gonna stop play momentarily. Wipe up some sweat on the floor. 9-5, Hawaii leading set number 3. Iowa State won the first set. Hawaii crawled their way back, took the lead late in set number 2 and closed it out for a 26-24 victory. And the momentum's keeping up with Hawaii right now. Ajidi springs it over. Dyschlack receives it. Brandt in the middle. Gonzalez cracks it off the blockers for the kill.
Nice play there from Gonzalez. She rifles that ball. It goes off of Hawaii's blockers and out of bounds. And Iowa State picks up the point, cutting the lead down to just 3 for Hawaii.
9-6, Hawaii with the lead. Duckworth belts it over. Ikanaga with the reception. Hawkins, the bump set. Wagner thrashes. Off the block, gets the kill.
Awesome play there from Wagner, bombing that ball off the block. And we've just seen an offensive explosion from Hawaii as they're hitting 800 through their first 10 points in this third set.
Really impressive stuff. 8 for 10 on their swings. Lang lollipops it over. Gonzalez receives. Brandt back set. Hop springs it off the trees. Dug out by Alexander. In the middle, quickly Evans a swing. Dug out by Durandi. Duckworth knuckles it over. Dug out by Hawaii. Hawkins off the blockers. Dug out by Duckworth. Hop tries again. This time it works. Jordan Hop, the kill.
And there's Jordan Hop picking up her 5th kill of the match. She's hitting over 300. She's done a great job for the Cyclones so far.
Hitting 364, which is fault heavily early on, since slowed down. Alexander receives the serve. Ikenaga sets. Hawkes rips through the trees. Dug out by Gonzalez. Grant, a bump set in the middle. Duckworth, roll shot. Dug out by Hawaii. Right side. Tapped across by Wagner. Dug out by Durandi. Engelbrecht tried to push it in the near corner and completely misfire. Too far.
Engelbrecht just barely missing there, aiming for that back right corner, which was wide open. She just barely misses off that right sideline, and Hawaii takes the point.
Wagner's going to check out. Kendra Ham's going to check in.
Ham to serve.
Ham propels off the top tape. Engelbrecht receives. Brant in the middle. Engelbrecht finds the floor.
And there's Engelbrecht picking up her 8th kill of the night.
Actually, here's the game for Iowa State. Here comes Wagner back in for Hawaii.
Wagner checks back in. Morgan Brant from the service line. 3-point Hawaii lead. Brant belts it over. Alexander overpass on the reception. Tapped over by Engelbrecht. Back on Hawaii's side. Alexander rips it through the trees and gets the kill.
Outstanding job there from Alexander, picking up her 10th kill of the night. And she's able to take another point for Hawaii as they go up 12-8 in this 3rd set.
Edmonds to serve.
Clobbered it off the blockers. And now here's Talia Edmonds. Soars it off the top tape. Engelbrecht receives. Grant sets left side. Hatch got it across. Hawaii digs. Just with the net. And point goes to Hawaii.
Iowa State with the net violation.
Double touch.
Point goes to Hawaii.
Violation.
And Hawaii got off to a quick start in this 3rd set, and they haven't looked back as they go up 13-8.
Edmonds repels. Hatch receives. Back set. Gonzalez springs it through the trees for the kill.
Gonzalez rises up and just absolutely nukes that ball down into Hawaii territory, and she picks up the point for the Cyclones.
Gonzalez back to serve.
Gonzalez the serve. Lines it over. Lang receives in the middle. Tapped over by Najidi. Left side, Duckworth launches through the blockers. Back on Iowa State side after the hit by Alexander. Engelbrecht pushes. Lang digs. Edmonds sets right side. Hawkes blocked back. Saved by Edmonds. Najidi to the back line. Gonzalez digs. Back to Gonzalez. Thrashes. A dig. Edmonds sets. Hawkes to the back line. Gonzalez another dig. Free ball to Hawaii. No! It's a kill. Annie Hatch pushing it to the campfire zone.
And what a competitive rally there. So many diving digs, just an outstanding effort from both teams. But it's Annie Hatch able to close out that rally and pick up the point for the Cyclones.
Beautiful placement. Fooled everybody, including me.
Gonzalez to serve.
Gonzalez with the serve. Rips it across. Ikenaga the reception. Lang tried to set it. Iowa State had it on their side. Point, Cyclones.
And the Cyclones are just clawing their way back into this 3rd set. They've been trailing this whole time, and now they find themselves down by just 2 as the score is 11-13.
Here's Nayeli Gonzalez. The freshman fires it too far. Point Hawaii on the service error.
And an untimely service error there as the Cyclones are trying to fight their way back into this 3rd set. They give the ball right back to Hawaii.
Had 6 service errors. Do have 9 aces as Hawkes rips it. Received by Kaishlak. In the middle, Engelbrecht got it off the blockers. And it's a roof. Ijidi.
Ijidi rejects that ball and keeps Hawaii up 15-11 the score here in the 3rd set.
Timeout call by Iowa State.
Timeout called by Iowa State, 15-11. That's their second timeout, so they'll have to go the rest of the way without a timeout. They feel it kind of slipping away. They got close, but a couple of points by Hawaii right now.
I mean, Iowa State was just right there. The score was 13-11. They were down by just 2, but Hawaii's extended that lead back to 15. What an offensive performance in this third set from Hawaii. They're hitting 500. And it's Kaylin Alexander with 10 kills. I mean, that's who's leading Hawaii, but there's just been so many players stepping up. IGD has 9 and Wagner has 7. So many players on Hawaii's team that can just go out on any given night and explode with some crazy kills. And Hawaii's offense has just been dominant in this third set. That's why they're up by 4 halfway through.
It's just been really impressive to see the defense for Hawaii step up. In the first set, Iowa State hit 480 overall in set number 2 and set number 3. 021, 148 in those next 2. It's just been better defense for Iowa State, rather for Hawaii.
I mean, Hawaii is out digging them 46-39 and out blocking them 8-4. The numbers just speak for themselves. Hawaii's defense has been remarkable, especially in that second set, and they've continued that into the third set. They've just kept that momentum going in their favor.
15-11, 4-point Hawaii lead. Maya Duckworth down to hitting just 100. 9 kills with 6 airs. A total of 30 swings. Hawkes hurls it over. Kaishlak receives it. Back set. Hatch through the trees. Dug out by Hawkes. Overpass. Cleaned up. Engelbrecht again.
Engelbrecht takes care of the overpass.
Nice play there from Engelbrecht, recognizing the overpass. So she rises up and bombs it right back down into the floor. Iowa State takes the point coming out of the timeout.
Engelbrecht gets the kill, her 9th, and now heads to the service line. Standing hit across, received by Ikanaga. Lang sets, Alexander thrashes far side, and it's good.
Alexander picks up her 11th kill of the night. She hits that ball across the court, keeping it perfectly inbounds off that right sideline, and Hawaii goes up 16-12.
Alexander to serve.
Jalen Alexander tees it up. Received by Hatch. Grant back to Hatch. Pulls it off the blockers. Saved by Kaishlak.
It's a net violation against Hawaii.
Violation against Hawaii. Point goes to Iowa State.
And the net violation brings Iowa State back within 3. The score 16-13. Hawaii is leading.
Hatch springs. Ikanaga. Reception. Lang a bump set to Wagner. Wallops it cross court. Dug out by Kaishlak. Free ball given over by Duckworth. Set to the left side. Wagner pounds to the back line. Too much for Iowa State.
Wagner bombs that ball, and Hawaii gets it back on offense, and they go right back to her. She does the same thing again. That time it goes off of Iowa State and into the bleachers.
In the game for Iowa State.
17-14. Hawaii leads by 4.
Lane will serve.
Here's Colby Lane, the junior from Honolulu. Lane launches. Gonzalez receives. Brandt pushes far side. And it's too strong from Duckworth. Attack error number 7 for Maya.
The Cyclones try to feed that ball to Duckworth, who's been their most productive so far offensively with 9 kills, and she just misses over the back line there.
Hawaii's defense has been suffocating. Lane knuckles it over. Kaishlak receives it. Brandt sets. Duckworth. Cross court kill.
And there it is. Duckworth misses on the first attempt. They feed it right back to her, and she slams that one down. Nice play from Duckworth and the Cyclones as they cut the lead down to 4.
10th kill for Maya Duckworth. 5 aces, 4 digs, 2 blocks for Maya.
Duckworth to serve.
Now she's at the service line. soars it over. Received by Ikanaga, set to the left side. Wagner taps it over, gets the kill.
And what a smart play there from Wagner. That's her 9th kill of the game, hitting around 350. She just dinks that ball over, and it finds the floor.
Kate Lang next to serve.
19-14, 5-point Hawaii lead, 1-1 in the match overall. Lang sends it over, received by Gonzalez. Gonzalez got it back, but she's roofed. Evans seals it.
Evans just bombs that ball right back down into Cyclone territory, and there's nothing Iowa State can do about it. No timeouts they can call. They've just got to try and fight back into this set.
20-14, Hawaii leading by 6. Lang launches. Kaishlak receives. Set to the left side. Gonzalez thrashes through the trees. Dug out by Lang. Ikanaga, the set to the left side. Wagner pushes to the back corner. Running dig by Duckworth. Gonzalez, roll shot off the tape to the center of the floor. Gonzalez, a kill for 7.
That's a point for the
Outstanding play there from Gonzalez. That ball goes off the tape and finds the ground. And the score is now 20-15. Hawaii is leading, but Iowa State's trying to fight their way back into this 3rd set.
Cyclones looking to go on a late run here. Kaishlak springs it. Received by Ikanaga. Lang sets Hawkes, taps it over. Durandi digs. Dump attempt, paddled around, over the net, out of bounds. Getting the kill is Morgan Brandt, the setter.
And it was a nice attempt from Hawaii getting on the ground, trying to keep that ball alive, but they end up sending that ball over the net and out of bounds. And Iowa State takes the point, cutting the lead down to just 4.
Really paddled around. They might actually credit an attack error by Wagner. Either way, 20-16 is too much. Haven't seen too many dump attempts today. And later on with Hannah Pukas, the Oregon Duck setter, she's going to have quite a few. Lined over by Kaishlak. As on the near side, Hawkes lasers it to the floor.
Hawkes just thrashes that ball down to the back line. Right off that back line, stays inbounds, and that's another point for Hawaii as they extend their lead back to 5.
21-16.
Ham to serve.
Ham serving it. Ham palms it over. Far side floor.
That's an ace.
That's an ace.
And there's a clutch ace for Hawaii, extending their lead here late in this 3rd set.
Ham lines it in the net. Iowa State still in it, 22-17.
We have a service ace followed by a service error. That's that high risk, high reward. And there Iowa State capitalizes. They get the ball back as they want to fight their way back into this 3rd set.
Here's Morgan Brandt to serve it for the Cyclones.
Brandt to serve.
Sumner, Iowa. Rips it across. Alexander receives. Lang back set. Hawkes thrashes. Gonzalez somehow got it back to wide side. Alexander cross court diving play by Kaishlak into the bleachers it goes.
And Alexander lasers that ball down. That's another point for Hawaii. They go up 23-17 late in this 3rd set. They're looking to close out the Cyclones.
23-17.
Edmonds will serve.
Edmonds with the serve. Bombs it over. Received by Hatch. Brandt back to Hatch. Hurls it. Blocked. Ajidi. Again, another roof.
And that ball is rejected by Ajidi to get Hawaii to set point. What a set for Hawaii. They've just been absolutely dominant on offense and defense.
3rd in the Big West in blocks per set this season. Leads the team in blocks, gets one there. Edmonds sends it over on set point. Back set, Gonzalez off the blockers, gets the kill. Iowa State still in it, but they need to go on a 7-0 run, including that point there. 6 more to go.
What a nice play for Gonzalez to keep her team alive as they're going to try and fight their way back into this 3rd set.
Gonzalez to serve.
Gonzalez palms it over. Received by Ikanaga in the middle. Ajidi off the trees, falls to the floor. Hawaii wins the third set, 25-18.
And it's Igidi closing out Iowa State in this third set. It was just all Hawaii in this third set, offensive and defensively. Hawaii hitting 533 compared to Iowa State's 179. And they were just completely dominant on both sides of the floor as they're able to dominate Iowa State in this third set and close them out 25-18.
Hawaii wins sets 2 and 3. They take a 2-1 lead over Iowa State. And we play on to set number 4. Coming up, 2-1. Rainbow Wahine leading here at Matthew Arena on ESPN+.
A new season.
Obviously, the Hawaii fans a little bit more in a shot about leading 2-1 against Iowa State as we begin set number 4. Really impressive stuff over the past 2 sets for Hawaii, at least defensively. But how about that number? 16 kills, 30 swings, no attack errors. 533 hitting percentage for Hawaii. Their offense was firing.
Absolutely, Hawaii's offense in that third set was just absolutely remarkable. I mean, that's just the word to use. They were just dominant. You pretty much covered all the numbers there, hitting 533, no attack errors. They were just absolutely insane on offense in that third set. And they were able to continue what they did in the second set in a very close competitive set. And they just continued that momentum into the third and completely dominated.
Set number 4 coming up. Alexander leading Hawaii with 12 kills on 30 swings and 267 hitting percentage. Maya Duckworth for Iowa State, 11 kills. Iowa State, the 7th seed in the northeast quadrant,
To start off the fourth set.
the NCAA volleyball tournament. Hawaii looking to play an upset here. Ham sends it over and we're underway. Grant back set, right side, Hatch. Tried to get it go, could not. Alexander smacks it off the hands of Iowa State, and Alexander gets her 13th kill. 1-0 Hawaii.
And the outstanding dig there, keeping that play alive, leads to a point for Hawaii as they take the first point of this fourth set.
Bam. Soars it over. Kaishlak receives. Brandt sets. Duckworth rips it through the trees. Dug out on the back line by Ham. Lang sets. Roll shot from Alexander. Dug out. In the middle. Hot. Try to get it across. Paddled around. Given back to Hawaii. Lang sets in the middle. It's a swing across from Evans. Dug out by the Cyclones. Right side. Hatch. Slugs it through the trees for the kill.
And what an outstanding effort there from Iowa State. Not giving up on the play. They stuck with it and they're able to capitalize, taking the point, tying it up at 1.
Annie Hatch next to serve.
Annie Hatch with the serve. 1-1, set number 4. Hatch propels. Low reception from Wagner. Left side, Alexander thrashed it through the trees, dug out by the Cyclones. Hot tried to tap it across. Back on Iowa State's side, paddled over. Hatch gives a free ball to Hawaii. Joust at the net, no one-handed set, and Evans peppers it over.
What a nice play there from Hawaii's offense. The one-handed set keeps it on their side, and that ball is nuked down by Evans to the back line, and Hawaii takes another point, going up 2-1.
2-1, Hawaii.
Edmonds to serve.
Edmonds to serve. Bombs it over. Gonzalez receives it. Set to the left side. Duckworth pounds it.
Duckworth picks up her 13th kill of the match. She rises up to the moon and thrashes that ball right back down.
We're even, 2-2.
Evan re-enters. She's replaced by Ikanaga.
Maya Duckworth, 13 kills down for the Cyclones, leading the way. Only Iowa State player in double figures. She belts it over. Alexander receives it. Lang sets in the middle. Igidi slams it home.
Aigidi got up there. It looked like she was just stuck in midair, and she missiles that ball right back down, putting Hawaii up 3-2.
Near side, Taliakis came to Hawaii after serving her mandatory time in the Israeli National Army. Springs it across. Gonzalez somehow found a way to get it across on a tap. Back on Iowa State's side. Tipped across to the far side. Alexander thrashes to the floor.
It's Alexander once again picking up her 14th kill of the match. She unleashes on that ball across the court as it finds the hardwood, putting Hawaii up 4-2.
There's going to be a timeout now, rather a challenge for Iowa State.
A challenge on the call on the floor.
I think they're going to challenge the dig attempt on the near side.
The floor.
So as it stands, 4-2, and if it's reversed, it'll be 3-3. Hawaii up to a .314 hitting percentage in the match. Continuing the offense from the third set, hitting .571 here in this fourth set. Only 6 serves through though, but 4 for 7 on their swings.
I mean, Hawaii's offense has just been absolutely dominant. It's as simple as that. They're hitting .571. They've been remarkable in these past couple of sets.
I believe they're not challenging the hit there.
Maybe the dink
like,
attempt.
Maybe the dink, yeah. It looked like for sure it got in on the hard end. It seemed like they were maybe challenging the dink earlier. Either way, 4-2 as it stands. Alexander up to a .294 hitting percentage with 14 kills. And for Aigidi, total 11 kills as there's the pancake dig they're looking at. Hawkes looked like she got her hand under it. It's always a tough one with those pancake digs.
That ball's just, the only thing separating the ball from the ground is that hand that just barely slips in right underneath. So it's going to be interesting to see how this call goes.
There's the tap. Laying out. Looks like it might have got her forearm. It was right in front of us. I thought she got under it for sure.
Absolutely. At least that's what it looked like.
Obviously, Iowa State, they're on the far side of the court, their bench at least. So it's cross net, cross court, tough angle, and I can see how they might warrant a challenge for that one. Point goes to White.
The call has been confirmed. It was a good up. Point stays with Hawaii.
4-2, set number 4. Hawaii leads 2-1 overall. And here's Taliakis.
Taliakis will continue to serve for Hawaii.
Bombs it across. Received by Gonzalez. Back set. Hop. Hurdles. Near side. Finds the floor for the kill.
What a nice job for Iowa State. Coming out of that failed challenge, they get that point right back. And the score is now 4-3. Hawaii is up by just 1.
Addie Heidemann in for the first time.
Heidemann will serve.
From Diller, Nebraska. Population 248. Heidemann launches it over. Received by Ikadaga. Far side, Alexander thrashed it, dug out in the back line, given over by Durandi. Set to the far side, Alexander pounds it too far. Iowa State gets the point, we're even 4-4.
A nice attack there from Alexander, just barely missing off that right sideline. And Iowa State takes the point, tying it up at 4-piece through 8 serves.
Addie Heidemann lines it over. Ikadaga receives it. Wagner gives it to Alexander. Roll shot. Popped in the air by Heidemann. Near side, Gonzalez taps it across, diving play Ikunaga. Alexander thrashes, dug out by Duckworth. Tapped over by Engelbrecht, dug out by Hawai'i. And a whistle. Double touch.
Violation on Iowa State.
Net violation.
That point goes to Hawaii.
And it was a nice diving dig there from Hawaii, able to keep that rally alive, and they're able to take the point going up 5-4.
High slack. Kaylin Alexander next to serve.
Alexander with the serve. Knuckles it over. Received by Gonzalez. An overpass. In the middle, Igidi tapped it over. Dug out by the Cyclones. Dump attempt from Brandt. Dug out by Hawaii. Far side. The near side is quickly in the middle. They get to Engelbrecht, who gets her 10th kill.
And there's Engelbrecht picking up her 10th kill, hitting 400. Really nice job from her today.
The game for the Cyclones.
5-5, we're even.
Morgan Brandt to serve.
Brandt belts it. Diving play, Ikunaga, overpass. Gonzalez tried to clean it up. In the middle, roll shot, Alexander, campfire zone kill.
What an awesome play there from Alexander, picking up her 16th kill of the match, perfectly placing that ball in the campfire zone right in the middle of the court, and Iowa State can't get there.
Kaylin Alexander, Big West honorable mention this season, was the 2022 Big West Freshman of the Year. She's showing up big time, 16 kills now. Lane lines it over, quickly in the middle, slamming it down and getting the kill. Engelbrecht again.
It's Engelbrecht once again picking up her 11th kill as she's now hitting 430. She's doing a remarkable job in that position, dominating at the net.
Ikunaga re-enters the game for
We're
Hawaii.
even, 6-6.
And Gonzalez to serve.
Gonzalez jump serve over. Diving play, Hawkes set to the far side. Huge hit from Wagner, dug out back on Hawaii's side. In the middle, Alexander off the blockers. Popped in the air, Brandt. Gonzalez will set it for Duckworth. Thrashes, blocked back. Evans. A wall.
It's Kennedy Evans with the rejection for Hawaii, able to reject that ball, send it right back down into Iowa State territory, and pick up the point for Hawaii as they go up 7-6 in this fourth set.
Lang next to serve.
Lang to serve. The junior. Tees it up. Duckworth receives. Brandt back set. Hatch smacks. Gets the kill.
And Hatch yokes that ball down into Hawaii territory. They can't get there in time as that ball is just speeding to the ground. We're all tied up at 7 apiece through 14 serves.
To serve.
Kai Schlack with the serve. Standing hit across. Wagner receives. Lang sets far side. Hawkes connects.
Alexander
And it's Hawkes stepping up and making a huge play for Hawaii. That's her 5th kill of the match.
8-7.
Kendra Ham into the game.
Ham checks in. Back and forth we
Ham
go.
to serve.
Ham palms it over. Received by Hatch. Back to Hatch, right side off the tape. Diving play. Ham got it up for Alexander on the far side. Dug out by Kai Schlack. Pushed across by Hatch. Lang to the far side. Alexander, a bomb, but dug out by Kai Schlack. Duckworth off the tape. Popped in the air, Lang. Ikunaga to Alexander. Dinks. Duckworth digs. Diving play by Brandt. Gonzalez thrashes too far and misses it.
And what a rally there for both teams. Just some outstanding diving digs and diving plays to try and stay in that rally. But Gonzalez just misses over that back line, and Hawaii takes the point, going up 2.
9-7. Rainbow Wahine leading by 2. Ham hurls it over. Kai Schlack receives. Set to the near side. Duckworth strikes and finds success.
It's Duckworth once again stepping up and making a huge play for Iowa State. That's her 14th kill of the match.
9-8. Back and forth we go. Hatch lollipops it over. Alexander receives. Back set, right side. Hawkins clobbers it for the kill.
And it's Hawkins once again rising up and scorching that ball off the blockers out of bounds, picking up the kill for Hawaii as they go up 10-8 in this fourth set.
And for Iowa State,
Edmonds will check in.
Edmonds to serve.
Hawaii leading 2-1. Looking to close it out in set 4. Edmonds lofts it over. Kaishlak receives. Brandt tried to set it for Duckworth, who gives a free ball over. Lang in the middle. Igidi belts it off the blockers for the kill.
And it's Igidi once again stepping up and making a huge play. That's her 12th kill, hitting .407 in today's match.
11-8, 3-point lead now. Lined over. Gonzalez receives. Brandt sets. Near side. Duckworth slugs it off the trees for the kill.
And it's Duckworth once again. She's been all over the place for Iowa State, stepping up there, making a huge play for the Cyclones as they try to battle their way back into this fourth set.
Igidi couldn't close it up. And here's Duckworth. Team high 15 kills. Propels it over. Canagua, almost an overpass, and point goes to Iowa State.
They're going to give that point there to the Cyclones. And that cuts the lead down to just 1 for Hawaii. The score is 11-10. Hawaii's in the lead by just 1.
Duckworth belts it. Wagner receives. Set to the far side. Alexander thrashers through the trees. Dug out by Gonzalez. Gonzalez got it back on the near side and went left of the antenna. Out of bounds it goes. 12-10. Hawaii keeps the lead.
Gonzalez just misses on that shot there on the wrong side of the pole, giving Hawaii a 2-point lead as the score is now 12-10.
Hawkins misses. Near side, out of bounds.
Point goes to the Cyclones.
Hawkins just barely missing off the near sideline there. The service error giving the ball back to Iowa State, and they're down by just 1.
Heidelman will serve.
Heidelman with the serve. Drills it over. Awkward reception by Hawaii. Alexander has it at the attack line. Strikes it through the trees, dug out by the back line. Near side, Gonzalez lasers it off the blockers, they say. Hawaii adamant they didn't touch it. I believe this is going to be a challenge.
Gonzalez uncorks on that ball and it goes far out of bounds, but the call is that it was off the hands of Hawaii before going outside of the back line. And we're going to have a challenge here to see what happened. Hawaii seemed very confident that they did not touch the volleyball.
To be honest, in live time, I'm not sure it connected with anybody.
It's hard to tell when that ball's going about 200 miles an hour off of Gonzalez.
Looking to see if it connected with Igidi. 12-12 as it stands. We look at the replay one more time. Looks like it misses.
It's tough to tell as we just get one frame there, but it looks like it does not come in contact with the hand as none of the fingers move.
It's 12-12. If it's reversed, 13-11. Could go from a tie game to a 2-point swing. The ruling, point Hawaii. Second successful challenge by Robin Amel.
No touch on the block. That point goes to Hawaii.
And that's huge for Hawaii. That overturned call puts them up 13-11 in this fourth set.
Alexander will be our server.
Alexander for the serve. propels it over. Durandi, trouble at the reception, somehow kept alive by Brent. Free ball given over. Lang sets, Wagner wallops. Off the blockers, paddled around. Durandi, a free ball. Lang sets for Wagner, thrashes far side. Can't connect.
Wagner, who just crushes that ball. They go right back to her. She misses there off the far sideline. And Iowa State, who's creeping back into this fourth set, they cut the lead down to just one for Hawaii.
Grant belts. Diving reception, overpass, cleaned up. Engelbrecht again. This time her 12th kill.
Engelbrecht recognizes it's an overpass. She rises up and hammers that one home. That's her 12th kill, hitting 455. She's just been so dominant at the net for Iowa State. And we're all tied up 13-13 in this fourth set.
Engelbrecht came in averaging just 1.62 kills per set, hitting 258, but she's having herself a match. Nayeli Gonzalez, the Big 12 Freshman of the Year, who's been the leader of this Iowa State team, averaging 3.33 kills per set. Well, she's been relatively contained. 9 kills, 7 airs, 28 total attacks in her first postseason match in her career. Amber Ajiti up to a 407 hitting percentage, hitting 12 of 27, which is 1 attack air. Kaylin Alexander, how impressive has she been? 16 total kills, but it just feels like she has some juice off her right arm.
Absolutely. I mean, Alexander's just been dominant in this game. 16 kills, hitting 244, but she's just been absolutely dominant for Hawaii. They keep on going to her, and she keeps on delivering for Hawaii. They keep on feeding that ball to her on offense, and she keeps on firing away at it, cracking that ball down in Iowa State territory, and that she's played a huge role in why Hawaii's offense has just been outstanding tonight.
13-13 after the timeout called by Hawaii. 2-1 overall, Hawaii leading. Have won back-to-back sets after dropping the opening one, 25-16. So we look elsewhere. Purdue did close things out against Fairfield. A 3-0 sweep for the Boilermakers. And they face off against number 6 Marquette in the upper right region. That one happening tomorrow. Number 2 Oregon versus Southeastern Louisiana. 28-4 are the Lady Lions. Southeastern Louisiana facing off against the 2-seeded Ducks. We're back. Brent serves it over. Hawkins receives. Ajiti on the slide. Couldn't get it to fall. Set to the near side. Tapped over by Hatch. And it finds the floor. Just a subtle tip. Gets it done.
And it's a nice sliding effort there from Hawkins, trying to get her hand under that ball for the pancake dig, but she can't get there in time, and Iowa State picks up the point, going up by 1.
14-13. Cyclones lead. They take the lead. Brant belts it. Ikanaga receives it. The far side, walloped hard by Wagner, dug out somehow by Brant. They got it in the middle, and that's going to be a kill. 2-point lead for Iowa State.
It was a great kill there for Iowa State, but that couldn't have been possible without the remarkable dig from Brant. She gets there. That ball was just speeding at her, and she's able to get there and keep that ball alive.
Big dig there, and they got it to Gonzalez, who's able to go off of Alexander for the kill. Lined over. Lang sets in the middle. Ajiti to the back line. Duckworth got it up. Gonzalez saves it going into the table. Hawkins to the far side from Lang. Wagner a dink, dug out by Brant. Kai Schlack, right side. Gonzalez thrashes, dug out by Ikanaga. Alexander gives a free ball over. Diving play, Kai Schlack. Right side, Gonzalez blocked back. Out of bounds it goes. Iowa State point.
And it was a nice block there from Hawaii, but they can't control it. That ball goes out of bounds off the far sideline, and Iowa State goes up 16-13 after the long rally.
It's a 5-0 Iowa State run and a 9-0 run in set number 1 as Brant bombs it over. Received by Hawkins. Back set right side. Alexander thrashes overpass on the dig. In the middle, Ajiti goes off the hands of Brant into the benches. Ajiti, her 13th. Back within 2, 16-14.
And Iowa State was just on such a great run. And it's Ajiti stepping up for Hawaii and cutting off that run for the Cyclones, stepping up and taking a point back for Hawaii.
Lane to serve.
Colby Lane to serve. the junior. Transfer from Seattle University back in the Pacific Northwest. Soars it way too far wide.
Point goes to the Cyclones.
And that's an untimely service error for Hawaii. They were down by just 2, the score 14-16, and they're trying to fight their way back into this. They give that point right back to the Cyclones.
Gonzalez springs it too far herself. 8th service error now for the Cyclones, 17-15.
And that's back-to-back service errors, 1 from each team. Hawaii just caught a huge break there. Let's see if they can capitalize having the ball back at the service line.
Lang lasers it. It's an ace. Able to just fit it in.
And Blaine perfectly places that ball in the back right corner. It just barely stays in bounds, and that's a service ace for Hawaii.
Bombed across. Diving play in the back line. Kai Schlack, free ball given over. Lang in the middle. Evans blocked back. Engelbrecht, the roof.
Engelbrecht and Duckworth with the block.
Engelbrecht with absolutely stifling defense. She rejects that ball, slams it right back down into the hardwood, putting Iowa State up 18-16.
Kai Schlack, standing hit across. Wagner receives, Lang in the middle. Evans hammers the hardwood.
And it's Evans stepping up and making a huge play for Hawaii, rising up and uncorking on that ball, putting it right down into the hardwood and picking up the point for Hawaii.
Ham to serve.
Ham serving it now. Hurls it across. Received by Kai Schlack. Back set, right side, Hatch, roofed.
Absolutely stifling defense from Hawaii. That shot rejected, and we're all tied up at 18 apiece late in this 4th set.
It's Alexander getting her hands on it. Here's Ham. Lines it into the net. Iowa State leads 19-18.
Ham just rockets that ball right into the net. It's a service error for Hawaii, putting Iowa State up 19-18. Let's see which team can go on a run of their own and get out to a lead.
On the cross, Wagner receives. Lang, a bump set right side. Hawkins roll shot dug out by Brandt. Kai Schlack got it over to Duckworth on the near side. To the far side, Alexander off the blockers for the kill.
Alexander rises up and uncorks that ball off Iowa State and out of bounds. And we're all tied up once again. This is playoff volleyball, just such a competitive 4th set. Neither team giving up here. We're tied up at 19 apiece.
It's been even. 19-19. Ikunaga got it over. Kai Schlack receives to the near side. Duckworth slugs off the trees for the kill.
Duckworth hammers that ball. It goes off the hands of Hawaii and over the back line, out of bounds. Iowa State picks up the point, and they're the first team to 20 in this 4th set.
Duckworth to serve.
Duckworth with the kill, her 15th, and now to the service line as she soars it over. Wagner receives, laying in the middle. Ajiti tapped it over, dug out by Iowa State. Gonzalez thrashes through the trees, overpass, point, Hawaii.
Net violation.
Hawaii takes the point off the net violation, and we're tied back up once again at 20 apiece. Just such a competitive 4th set. Both teams want this so bad.
20-20, we're even. Hawkins hurls. Gonzalez receives. Brandt back set. Hop. Slaps it to the back line. Ikunaga's there. Alexander, a bomb heading way up to the far side. Tapped over by Alexander. Dug out by Durandi. Gonzalez lasers it too far. Hawaii leads.
Gonzalez pummels that ball after the long rally, just missing over the back line, and Hawaii takes the point, going up 21-20 late in this 4th set.
Timeout, Iowa State, 21-20. So Iowa State calls a timeout. They'll have one remaining. Right now, Hawaii up by 1, and this has just been back and forth. What are you seeing offensively from both squads?
I mean, something that was really interesting to me was before this last point, both teams were hitting exactly 243 in this set. We've just seen some similar offense from both teams. I mean, neither team really able to dominate offensively or defensively. It's just been so back and forth, and that's why it's just been such a close game. Hawaii going up 21-20. Let's see if Hawaii can continue this little stretch that they're on and close out the Cyclones here, or if the Cyclones are going to battle their way back into this fourth set, win this fourth set, and extend it to a fifth set. Just what a remarkable game for both teams.
Iowa State, the higher seed, they're considered the 7th seed in the region. Hawaii, not seeded. This is a good Rainbow Wahine team. 23-8 are the Bows. 14-4 in Big West play. And, you know, if you think about the record overall, they had a really tough non-conference schedule. In fact, their preseason turned out to be one of the toughest in the nation. 9 of the 11 teams they played in the non-con ended up being top 50 teams at the end of the season. So this is an experienced Hawaii team that's played some pretty good competition, and they're not backing down against a bigger school in Iowa State.
Hawkes to continue serving.
Hawkes to serve. 21-20. Hawaii leads. Hawkes bombs it over. Gonzalez receive. Brandt backs at Hop. Taps it over. Battled around. Given a free ball by Wagner. Hop thrashes. This time it works. Gets the kill. We're even.
It was a nice effort there from Hawaii, not trying to give that point to Iowa State. They're diving on the floor, trying to keep that play alive, but Iowa State just uncorks on that ball, and we're all tied up at 21 apiece.
Nas in time momentarily.
Had him in to serve.
Had him in to serve. 21-21. Launched over. Ikanaga receives. Adiji off the blockers, popped in the air. Gonzalez rips off the blockers, popped up by Hawkes. To the far side, Alexander peppers it cross court for the kill.
And it's Alexander picking up her 18th kill of the match. Just absolutely dominant on the offensive side.
She's replaced by Kai Slack. Kaylin Alexander to serve.
Kaylin Alexander with her team leading by 1, looking to close it out in set 4. Lines it across. Gonzalez receives. Brandt back to Gonzalez. Cross court, diving play, Ikanaga. Ajidi swung it, dug out by Durandi in the middle. It's Engelbrecht.
Engelbrecht gets the kill to
Again,
in the middle.
Engelbrecht
That's a point for Iowa State.
gets her now 13th kill.
Engelbrecht's just been absolutely dominant at the net for Iowa State. She's played a huge role in why this has been such a competitive match against Hawaii.
Brandt belts it over. Wagner in the middle. Alexander pounds it, paddled around somehow. Free ball given over from Gonzalez. Set to the far side. Tapped over by Wagner. Pushed to the back line by Hatch. Dug out. Ajidi thrashes. Dug out by Kaishlak. Brandt to Hatch. Roll shot. Dug out by Hawkes. In the middle. Ajidi delivers the blow. Bows lead 23-22.
And it's Ajidi blasting that ball down into the back line, picking up the point for Hawaii, putting them up 23-22 late in this fourth set. And here is a timeout from the Cyclones as Hawaii goes up by 1.
Final timeout for Iowa State. 2 time now for the Cyclones, trailing by 1 in set number 4. And what really worked in set number 1 where the Cyclones were able to find success, and how do they get back to that spot?
I mean, Iowa State's offense was just absolutely ridiculous in that first set. They were hitting upwards of 500 through the whole first set. They were just completely dominant. They were getting so many different players involved. You never knew who was going to uncork that ball. They just had so many different options they could go to put points on the board. So I think they just need to kind of get back into that, feeding the ball around the court, looking for so many different players that are capable of producing in a clutch situation like this.
23-22, and on the other side, it just seems like Hawaii has all the answers, several key contributors, but it's really been Kaylin Alexander and Amber Ajidi getting it done.
I mean, they've just been completely dominant. Alexander with 18 kills. She's just been outstanding, and Ajidi with 14 kills, hitting 371, 4 blocks for her as well. She's been dominant at the net, offensive and defensively. I mean, Hawaii is they just have these star players that have stepped up and just left their mark on this matchup.
Round number 1, NCAA Volleyball Tournament, 2-1 Hawaii leading. There's Amber Ajidi, the senior from Baton Rouge. Became the 4th Rainbow Elite Warrior to reach 1,000 kills and 500 blocks in her career. So she palms it over. Back set, right side, Gonzalez, blocked back. It's the roof again, this time Wagner.
Gonzalez's shot is rejected back, and that's a huge point for Hawaii as they get to match point here in this 4th set. The score 24-22.
Match point. Ajidi to serve. Lasers it across. Kai Schlack receives it. Hatch to the far side. Gonzalez pounds it to the floor. Cyclones aren't done yet.
Gonzalez picks up her 12th kill of the match. She's just with her back against the wall, fighting to keep Iowa State in this match.
Big time moment for a young freshman. And now she heads to the service line. Match point. It's over. The freshman into the net. Hawaii wins it 3-1.
And Hawaii, the underdogs, after a lackluster first set, just pick things up and dominate the next 3 sets as they're able to close out Iowa State.
Iowa State started so strong at the service line, but their 8th service error does it. Back and forth they went in set number 4. Rainbow Wahine and Hawaii punched their ticket to the round of 32. They're celebrating. And now they look forward to tomorrow, facing off against the winner of Oregon versus Southeastern Louisiana. Later tonight, Kaylin Alexander and Amber Ajidi, the 2 getting it done for Hawaii today.
Alexander with 18 kills, just completely dominant on the offensive side. A huge factor of why Hawaii's offense was just so great today. And Ajidi was just dominant offensively and defensively. 14 kills and 4 blocks for her. She just stepped up and put the team on her back, getting them into the 2nd round of this tournament. What a job from Hawaii as they're able to fight through Iowa State as the underdogs and come out victorious in this 1st round.
They upset Iowa State, and they return to the round of 32 for the first time since 2021. There you go. Finally putting Hawaii on the board. They face off against the winner of Oregon and Southeastern Louisiana coming up. And Hawaii tomorrow will look to go to the Sweet 16 for the first time since 2019. It's a team that's made 30 straight tournaments. And with their backs against the wall after the first set, they bounce back strong after winning set number 2, 26-24, 3rd set 25-18. They closed it out 25-13 in set number 4. Hawaii hit 276, held Iowa State to 186. As that's the final here at Matthew Knight Arena. Stick around later on. We got Oregon, we got Southeastern Louisiana here at Matthew Knight Arena as we continue the 1st round of NCAA Volleyball here on ESPN+.